course, you know what day it is. It's Full Scale Friday. It is also Full Moon Friday, because today is the day of the full moon. So, hope you've been working on your manifestations so far. Hope you've been keeping them in your mind. And, I don't know, today may be a good day for some Sudafed for me. Jeez. Sort of an interesting day yesterday. It was right after I shot and edited the video and got it all laid down that I went to upload it. And I watched the bar just go across the screen. I was like, whoa, hold on. No, last time I did that, I ended up just uploading the intro, the little part where I shuffled. I uploaded that and had to delete it and go back and do it all again. This time, I checked the file just to be on the safe side, and, you know, it was the legit file. It was there. I was like, alright. It was like that speed upgrade really worked. And then the BitChute video was processed within like 5 minutes, which was pretty impressive. Never seen it process so quickly. So for today, we've got Rider-Waite, we've got Lightworkers Oracle, we've got Spirit Animal Oracle, Viking Oracle, and Runes of the Gods Oracle. So, I am running a bit behind, but we're still going to take our time through this. We're not going to rush it. Maybe, just maybe, I can keep it under 20 minutes. Alright, there we go. And finally, the runes. Speaking of runes, there will be a video tomorrow. I will be making up the rune casting. This will cover the entire weekend, but we're going to see what the runes have to say, or just the runes, what they have to say for the weekend. Let's get into it. So, the Well of Weird is our significator. This one indicates that, yes, magic is a very real force in the universe. Ladies and gentlemen, there are things that we cannot explain. There are things that we can't just, oh, it's just coincidence. Let me tell you something, anytime something is coincidence, a lot of the time, it's likely intentional. And if you want coincidence to work in your favor, you're going to have to work on your intention. It's very simple. But you are a very real force in your own life. So, the question is, what will you do? Yes, you, right there, watching this. What are you going to do this weekend? What are your plans? Because they are, of course, being guided. You know, whenever Fenrir comes up, a lot of people are like, uh-oh. Yeah. A lot of your weekend plans can be guided by anger. They can be guided by your hatred, and guess what? Everyone has a hatred of something. I don't care if it's a hatred of mustard, but you have a hatred of something. Now, the question is, you need to take an honest and very hard look at yourself. We talked yesterday about reflection and meditation. You need to reflect on yourself. What is it that's driving you? Because if it's just a need and a desire for revenge, then it's not really going to do you much good. And the type of magic you'll end up using will be something very destructive. But if you're letting go of your hatred, That's where this comes in. Only takes one white raven to prove they exist. You know, down here in the lower third, where it has my name and it says believe in your own magic, that's exactly the kind of message we're getting right now. You're going to have to start trusting in your own magic. You're going to have to start believing in it. You're going to have to accept that nature and supernature exist together. They're not separate from each other. They may act separately, but they're very symbiotic in nature, and that's very important to remember. You will see why this weekend. In the mind, we're starting from a 10 of pentacles or coins. We will be going through an ace of cups, and then we will have a page of swords there. So we're thinking about this abundance. We're thinking about family. We're thinking about all the things that we really want to have, that kind of comfortable life where we don't really have to answer to anyone, right? You're always going to have to answer to someone. That much is fact. We'll be exploring some brand new emotions. We'll have a little emotional clarity too. These waters are not rough. They're just we're feeling our way around a bit. But no matter what our feelings, we're going to have to act responsibly and ethically. And that's exactly what the Page of Swords represents. Still very youthful, still a little on the naive side, but we need to learn in all the ways that we can to tackle our whatever this is that's coming up. We'll see more of it as these cards are unveiled. In the physical realm, the tangible, we will have a choice to make. We will be embarking on a brand new adventure, and of course we will see our fortunes reverse. Positive changes, by the way. So you're going to have to use a little discernment. Some of these choices are better than others, and some of them are downright dangerous. There's risk to be mitigated. Right here with that Fool, there's new adventure. Now, we had the Wanderer come up in the exact same position yesterday, right in the middle. The Fool and the Wanderer are the same, however the Fool is looking up, the Wanderer is looking over the cliff. Still into this new adventure, but now we're kind of wandering through it a little carefree. I still say be a little careful with that. But the end result, in the very real sense, is that we are going to see all of, like any kind of bad luck that we've had, we're going to see that reverse today. We're going to have some very good luck today and throughout the weekend. So whatever you're working on, stick with it. Don't give up. You're still good. In the spiritual, we have a Knight of Wands, we have a Three of Cups, and we have the Sun. Presently, the Knight of Wands, this is that creative energy that's coming through. We're seeing sort of a little bit of heraldry here. But remember what I said yesterday about these knights. These knights are they're like adolescent energy almost. But this is departure. So spiritually, what is it you're departing from? Was this the end point of your spiritual journey, and now you have to deliver messages? Perhaps it's departure from a way of thinking. because I can definitely see that. I can see this pointing here, also here, but it all goes to further this Ten of Pentacles here. Whatever it is, the departure is something to celebrate. This is that party time. Of course, when it comes to the weekend, when is there an excuse to not party? When is there no excuse to party? There isn't one. But, going with the Sun card, you are now very much more enlightened than what you were. And of course I can see that as a reason for celebration. Just remember, if you're going to celebrate, celebrate responsibly. So far this looks like a great reading. But so far, some of you really need to believe in your own magic. You need to believe in your own abilities, your own efforts. Believe in yourselves mostly. Over here to the Lightworkers Oracle, we have Cosmic Heart, Cosmic Christ. With this popping up in the mind section, we can kind of see that that one's over there. He is embracing. He's embracing like an inner utopia. That ten of Pentacles is your that's your feast right there. Well, let's see. Since I really don't get to work with this book that much, or this deck that much, but you are elevating your vibration toward the frequency of limitless supply and unconditional love. Spiritually, you're reaching for a high level of attainment. Past pain and self-defeating behaviors shall no longer have a place in your heart. Now, there will be tests involved. There will be tests of forgiveness, all that kind of good stuff. You are trying to elevate yourself into higher levels. But you got to have the mind made up in order to do it. Once you have the mind made up, everything else follows. Physically, there will be a dark night of the soul. This is where the tests are going to come in. This is what's making you doubt right now. This is what's making you very afraid. This is not the time for fear. Because if you truly have this inside of you, the night's not going to be so dark after all. And finally, spiritually, time to unplug from mass consciousness. At least for a little while. Get out of the groupthink, ladies and gentlemen. It's not going to help you. You're going to have to start finding your own way through this whole mess. And it is a mess. It's a colossal mess. Especially today. We've got celebrities. We've got politicians. We've got this person and that person. All these talking heads on TV telling you exactly how to feel. Or no, what to feel, what to think, and what to do about it. But none of them, not one of them, will ever offer how to think, how to actually engage your mental processes, how to use that to guide and control your feelings and emotions, and decide for yourself what to do. It's why so many of us are disjointed right now. We're disjointed. We have no idea who we are. We have no idea where we come from. Our heritages, both yours and mine respectively, are currently being erased in favor of a sanitized corporate version of them. And it directly conflicts with anything and everything you have ever known. It causes cognitive dissonance, and then they can swoop in like the saviors they believe themselves to be and say, "It's okay. We know what to do. We distort. You comply." Only reporting what I see, ladies and gentlemen. It is what it is. So, over here, we have Gabo. We have Berkano. And we have Othala. It is time to use your gifts, the very things that you are good at, your talents, your abilities, all the things that you have learned, and expand upon them, take them, give them away. If you know how to do something someone else doesn't know how to do, why not? Why not take them by the hand? Why not guide them? Ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you this right now. Anytime, let's just say that I know something about, I don't know. Let's say that there is a game. I know how to play it inside and out. I can, I'm at the point where I used to lose a lot, but I don't anymore. Everyone wants to know, how did you do that? Let me make this video, I will share it. What I would never do is tell people, oh, do your own research. You expect me to hold your hand for you? The answer to that question is always yes. Why? Because by saying, do your own research, kid, get lost, I will never have anyone backing me up. I will never gain the respect of anyone. I will never gain the support of anyone. And those three things, they may not be important to me, but you know what? They're important to that game. And I'll tell you exactly why. Because I can then create new players who can introduce new ways of thinking, who can then introduce new ways of presenting the game without altering all the rules, presenting the game to others for a much larger base of people to enjoy it. That is the way you win a convert. Oh, why should I play your game over this one? Well, let me show you. Watch this. Okay, so you made that move. Now I'm going to make this move. And boom. Here we go. I won. Want to see how I did that? Here you go. So when you made that move, I knew to make this move. And that's how I locked you up. That's how I won. Want to try it? Oh, winning feels pretty good, doesn't it? Yeah. I had to lose a lot to get there. You lose a lot so others don't. Guess what? That contributes to this little situation right here, the healing. The rebirth. The resurgence. When you can present to others how simple and easy it is, well, they can then present it to others. Maybe they can even simplify your presentation, refine it a bit. Now you got a lot more people to play with, right? A lot more people to enjoy it with you. And then finally, Othala. Going right into it, you're going to have to look to people who came before you. You're going to have to look to your ancestors. You're going to have to look at the gifts that you've inherited. You're going to have to look at the guidance you're receiving. Which one do you go with? And yes, this is a choice here. In this particular reading on this weekend, this is a choice. These are not going together. One wants revenge. One is so angry, so bent, that it will destroy everything to get what it wants. The other wants to fix it all, but can only do so much, and may have to make many sacrifices to do it. But does it matter to you? If it does, yep, this is the choice. There's so much more to the choice of believing in yourself, presenting it, showing others the way, than there is in total destruction and chaos. And that's the entire reading for this weekend. I will see you tomorrow, because I have a hell of a story to tell you. Oh yeah. It's not just going to be the rune reading. I'll tell you an entire story. It's going to blow your mind. Thank you so much for joining me. I love you all. Have a wonderful weekend. Take care of yourselves and each other. Always do what lights you up. And as always, my friends, shine on.